Good evening and welcome to today's episode of NWCR's Removing the Liberal Blindfold for this the 27th day of March in the year of our Lord 2026. As our morals and our goodness as a people continue to fade, we have to stop being like the demonorats and start calling out those who are causing this downfall of this nation. From Western Journal comes this one. Transgender illegal alien let off with outrageous sentence after admitting to raping a teen. Folks, not only is Chuck Schumer working to destroy our borders by keeping DHS and Homeland Security closed, but he and the left are actively doing what they always do, denigrate anyone who disagrees with them. In 1 month, Americans will learn whether or not we still have a semi-serious country. On April 27th, according to the New York Post, a judge is scheduled to sentence 31-year-old transgender illegal alien Nicole Alexandra Contreras-Suarez to 6 months in prison, which amounts to the time he's already served, for sexually assaulting a 14-year-old boy in Manhattan last year. Why April 27th? Well, on that date, Contreras-Suarez will walk free unless federal immigration authorities detain him. And yes, Colombian migrant Contreras Suarez is a man posing as a woman. Never mind the shameful use of female pronouns by the Post. At least the outlet had the honesty to refer to the perpetrator as a creep. Indeed, he is. Moreover, to give the prosecutors their due, the, quote, Manhattan District Attorney's Office said the resolution was reached in close consultation with the victim's family, sparing the teenager from having to testify to both the grand jury and over several days at trial, unquote. Nonetheless, a plea deal for second-degree rape should not obscure the nature of the crime. In February of 2025, the creep followed the 14-year-old boy into a bathroom in East Harlem bodega and raped him, the New York Post reported. According to the Department of Homeland Security, Contreras-Suarez originally faced charges of first-degree rape of a child less than 17 and stalking. Predictably, border agents arrested Contreras-Suarez for entering the U.S. illegally in March of 2023. Under the criminally negligent policies of former President Joe Biden's administration, however, agents had to release Contreras-Suarez into the country. Thereafter, Massachusetts authorities arrested the perpetrator on charges of armed robbery, prostitution, and assault with a dangerous weapon. The criminal Democrats who run that sanctuary state, however, released him. This creep should have never been released into our country, DS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin said in July of 2025. Thanks to the failed sanctuary policies, the Biden's open borders agenda, this serial criminal was freed to prey on innocent American children. But that ends now. ICE will not allow perpetrators like Contreras-Suarez to terrorize American citizens. In other words, open border Democrats made it possible for a transgender demon to rape a 14-year-old boy. The perpetrator's 6-month sentence, of course, strikes us as outrageous. Plus, we only have the prosecutor's own words as evidence that they struck a deal in close consultation with the victim's family. If they did, fine. We certainly cannot tell the victim's family how they must deal with this trauma. To those of us who yearn for justice, however, nothing short of open-border demon rats in prison will satisfy. That includes Biden administration officials and the architects of the sanctuary cities and states. They have made this madness possible. How much more evidence do we need that demon rats have enabled these migrant criminals? After all, Democrats have shown over and over and over again that they care nothing for crime victims. Meanwhile, as we wait, likely in vain, for justice to find these elected demon rats, at least we can look forward to April 27th, when DHS must remove creep from Contreras-Suarez from the United States forever. And now we'll remove that liberal blindfold. What Americans need to start doing here is to stop voting for Democrats until they totally decide that it is their duty to follow the laws and the Constitution, which it is. Two things that they do not do now. And as long as there are no consequences to their actions, the left will continue to hurt America and Americans to get their way. From the Bible it says from Proverbs 26:11, "As a dog returns to his own vomit, so a fool repeats his folly." Foolish leaders never learn nor grow, and they expect the rest of us to follow in their footsteps. But so far we are not that stupid. The left keeps making the same mistakes over and over again, which is why we are at this impasse right now. The demon rats keep doing the same things that hurt America and Americans because no one will ever stand up to their stupidity and talk them down from it. Trump does, and what is great, he keeps ahead of them because he does what they always did. You figure out what he is doing, and he adds another wrinkle to it, keeping them on the left confused. Donald Trump once said, when somebody challenges you, fight back, be brutal, be tough. That is what we've got to do right now, folks. Trump is right. What is going on now with the war in Iran is that Americans, through the Democrats, have lost the ability to win a war. War is brutal. The left doesn't think so. War is not glamorous. The left thinks so. War is not humane. The left thinks so. The left wants you to think that it is, and that Trump is wrong by doing what he is doing now. But folks, in the long run, we will see that he wasn't wrong. And when that happens, the demon rats will be silent and the sounds made will only be the crickets. And as I said in my last one, what are we thinking by continuing to elect these un-American idiots into office? Thank you for watching, and as I will always say, we shall not be ruled. NWCR is heard through Conservative Nation Media, or C&M, from behind that silver microphone of freedom, with the voice of reason in this increasingly unreasonable world, where America always wins. Please subscribe to my updates that I'm trying to put on TalkShoe, but they're also on YouTube, Rumble, and BitChute. Because if you want to know what is really going on here in America, ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, MS Now, and others will not tell you that truth, as they are all infected with TDS. We must start using common sense again and following the truth, because without those, America's demise is assured. Have a good day, and God bless you all.